At the end of the last video, I was fixing my white space, and then it turns out that that did not work. So I turned off the video while I rearranged it. But if you look at this file right here, you will see correct use of white space when there's commas. So it's a little finicky getting the top of your YAML data to read in normally with csvy. But I will have this on the website for reference. So as you can see here, you've got for example, a comment character, followed immediately by a dash, followed by a space, and then the name of the thing. And then this down here is followed by two spaces, one right below the little dash, and one, I'll make it big so you can see, one right below the little dash, and one right before the name of that attribute for that column. And then you can list your 4 things for the column there. And read csvy knows to read this, and if we look at Gapminder after, you can see all our beautiful little attributes have come right through. And if we look at Glimpse, we can even see that year is still a character vector. I'm going to change that back now before I forget. Year is not a character, it is numeric. Okay, so now we've learned how to read in YAML with and without those comments. csvy works both ways as long as this top stuff is properly formatted. So what was the point of putting the comment characters in, putting in these little pound symbols? That's so that other, more traditional ways of reading it in will work just fine. So here is gap, I'm going to just call this gap 1, just to show you I can do read.csv straight out of the base package, data, Gapminder metadata csvy, and I can go glimpse, gap 1, and that didn't. Why not? Because read CSV needs to be told what it ought to ignore. Its default behavior is not to ignore anything, so it even made me a nameless variable, which is a factor, which has as its levels, it looks like every single row of the data set, which is terrible and not right at all. Instead, I'm going to do this. Comment car, which is an object to read CSV, where I can tell it that's the comment character. And now I get back Gapminder. So if you tell R that to ignore any line that begins with the comment character, which is in this case the normal pound symbol, then it reads it back in just like normal. All right, so that's how to read and write, how to read CSVY. Next, I will look at how to write it.